Silence. A hush falls over the lecture hall. Students, 100 strong, cease their nervous whispers. They clutch their notebooks, eyes wide, expectant. Suddenly the door creaks open. Professor Thompson, a man who knew more about the French Revolution than the entirety of France, enters. He strides to the podium, a whirlwind of tweed and spectacles. He slams his briefcase, a relic from the Napoleonic era itself, onto the desk. The students collectively hold their breath. The lecture was about to begin. Office hours. A mythical time shrouded in mystery, spoken of in hushed tones. Students approach Professor Thompson's office, a space smaller than a broom closet, yet somehow containing the entirety of Western literature. They come seeking wisdom, clarification, maybe just a glimpse of the great mind within. Each knock on the door is a prayer, each question a sacred offering. Professor Thompson, hunched over a stack of papers older than time itself, dispenses knowledge with a sigh and a wave of his hand. The students leave, forever changed, carrying their newfound understanding like precious jewels. The clock strikes 3 a.m., an email arrives. The sender? Professor Thompson. The subject line? A thought on Rousseau. Why, oh why, at this ungodly hour, does Professor Thompson not sleep? Is he fueled by caffeine and the tears of frustrated graduate students? The questions plague the students. They stare at the email, a mix of fear and begrudging respect bubbling within them. Section 4. The Council of Academic Titans. In the bowels of the university, hidden from the prying eyes of students, lies a chamber. This is not just any room. This is the meeting place of the Academic Council. Here, Professor Thompson and his esteemed colleagues gather. The air crackles with intellectual energy. They debate, they deliberate, they argue over the placement of a single comma in the course catalog. The fate of the university, nay, the world, hangs in the balance. At least, that's how it feels. Section 5. The Grading Gauntlet. A game of chance? Exams are graded, papers are returned. The students tremble. Professor Thompson's grading system is a mystery, a labyrinthine maze of cryptic comments and seemingly random numbers. Did that A- mean he liked the paper? Was that scribbled comment praise or a threat? No one knows. Professor Thompson's grading is an art form, understood only by him and the ancient deities of academia. Section 6. In Syllabus We Trust the Academic Gospel, the first day of class. Professor Thompson with a flourish presents the syllabus. It is a sacred text, a roadmap to academic enlightenment. Within its pages lie the dates of exams, the weight of assignments, the very essence of the course. Students cling to its every word, they memorize it, they quote it, they sleep with it under their pillows. The syllabus is law. The syllabus is life. Section 7. The Circle of Academia, from student to deity. Years pass. The students graduate, move on, some even forgetting the trials and tribulations of Professor Thompson's class. Yet, there is one student who remembers, one student who is forever changed. This student, inspired by the enigmatic Professor Thompson, decides to pursue a life of academia. They too will become a professor, a dispenser of knowledge, a grader of papers, a sender of 3 a.m. emails. The cycle is complete. The student becomes the master. And so, the legacy of Professor Thompson, the god of academia, lives on.